Okay, we are ready to jump back in, I think. What we'd kind of looked at last time was that we might make some changes to our deck, so let's take a look here first and see what we might end up with. So we were playing the Desert Oasis deck, our blue-green one here, which was giving us our best results. And we would have other cards that we could stick in, and other ones that we could take out. So if I first go into lands here, do we have anything else that can produce blue and green that we're not already using? So not really. I don't think we have anything we have to worry about too much there. We've only got the one hedge maze, 4 lush oases, gaining 1 life. Would that be better than playing with the islands and forests? I think not. So we're going to leave that alone for now. We don't have better lands. There's no shock lands or anything like that. We've got some rare wild cards that we could use. So, which cards have been doing well for us and which cards have been doing poorly? I have not really played Map the Frontier. We've never once played this Bonnie Paul, and we've played these Beanstalk Worms more often, where we get extra lands out for using them, and then playing them from exile. That also isn't too bad, because we often do have deserts, and these are commons. You can draw a card for it. So those explore. So if we got rid of the Map the Frontier, ever it attacks or when it enters it explores, so that Sentinel of the Nameless has reversed. That's just better, I think. I find those very similar, but it's just at a cheaper cost. So if we got rid of the 2 path to that and upped that for a rare, we might be doing pretty good, right? So if I searched that, let's see how that works. Okay, so we only have 1. I added another one. Is that how I can craft that? Yes. Let's try that. Okay, craft that. You know what we should do before we add any more, though? So we've added one of those, and we will get rid of one of these. Okay, so we're back to 60 cards with that. Those Jadelight Spelunkers are probably pretty good, too, as a finisher. Bonnie Paul has reach. It's pretty big. Create a bow. Each equal the number of lands you control. Whenever you attack, draw a card. Jeez, that's way better than most of the other stuff that we've been using. Like, that's just big creatures. Those Deep Fathom Echoes have been working too. So we need some... I mean, there's just a chance we get some of these anyways. So here's what we're going to do. Because we've got some uncommon and common wild cards as well, so that we could kind of get this working pretty well. If we changed this to just green, how weak would that be? Ooh. That's an interesting question, too. Just green, exploring. It would mean that Are there just green deserts? Huh. Okay, starting to think here. No, all the deserts are... So having the blue is probably not bad, but we could minimize the blue. I don't think we need to minimize the blue. I'd say we keep that about the same. Yeah. And we can definitely up our lands there. Okay, so let's go into our packs here for a minute. Let's save and exit for now. So we've got a whole bunch of packs to open. And we will just see what we end up getting. Let's open up... Oh yeah, there's a whole bunch here. Let's go all the way back to our old ones. I'm assuming we can't play these ones here anyways, but they will help us get... No, so let's go to... We could use more of... I kind of hate that the music changes every time here, but whatever. So let's open up these Lost Caverns of Ixalan ones first and see what we get. Because we might get some stuff that we can use. Spelunking. So Sage of Days is blue. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Not super useful. Cavern Stomper. Big creature. We already have big creatures. We got another Huatli's First Strike, so we could use those. That's good removal for us. The Huatli's First Final Strike might be better than relying on the blue send it back to your hand. I'm not sure. Pirate Hat. Draw a card, then discard a card. Okay, it's fine. And Spelunking. When it enters, draw a card, then you can put a land card. If you put a cave onto the battlefield this way, you gain 4 life. Lands you control enter untapped. It's interesting. That is interesting, but not super useful. And Tarian's Journal, not useful at all. But it gets us closer to these wild cards, so that's interesting. Let's open up another one. What else is... So there we go, we got a River Herald Guide. That's a useful one for us. Unless we already have 4, but I don't think we do. Nothing else. Just a wild card. Sweet. So that's whatever we want it to be. So we're going to open up all the packs because it might give us enough wild cards. Staggering Size. That's just good. That's not bad either. It's just a big creature, but I think we can do better. And that's red. That's no good for us right now. It's good for some other decks, but... So if we just keep going back to the end here, we'll open up these older ones, because I'm assuming none of these will be particularly useful. So these are alchemy cards. We got a common wild card. That's great. Suvin Mist. No, we can't use any of those. Oracle of the Alpha. When it enters, conjure the power knot. Okay. Sure. And gains hexproof. Untap it. Oh, interesting. If we can play with Shore Up, that might be better than... Like, it relies on us having more creatures out, but we're playing green with lots of creatures. That might not actually be that bad. That one is just not useful. And I'm assuming this symbol down here means it is only available in alchemy, I think these ones are. But it works towards our wild cards, so we will just keep opening them to get those wild cards. Artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying, that might be useful. Okay, broken wings. And no good for us, but we got some more wild cards there. That's good. A lot of these cards we'll have to look at later on, but... Okay. We've got all of those. Nothing that's very useful right now. Maybe. Influx Array. Okay. All the way back. Dominaria United. Okay, uncommon wild card. Swamp Mountain. Interesting. Why, Oh, so alchemy also changes some of the cards when you're playing them that way. Interesting. Interesting, so they're like recorrected, I guess. Eternal Schemer. Looks cool, but we can't play with that one. Okay. So we've got... Death Touch is interesting. It's a useful blocker, but... I don't think that's our best strategy. I think our best strategy is getting just high-value creatures and ramping into bigger and bigger creatures. That's definitely a bigger creature. Okay, whatever. Not really useful. Boop, boop. Okay, the Brothers' War, we've got 6 of those ones. Gets us another rare wild card. Now we're working towards a mythic. Okay. Okay. Sure. Interesting. Yeah, not super useful. It's an alchemy one, so not super useful. Okay. If you control an artifact creature, not super useful for us. Not super useful. Blue and green. Blue and green. Alchemy. Tapped Power Stone. Okay. We get 2 rares here? Very weird. Bonus sheet. Oh, okay, I getcha. Huh. Be useful for sneaking some creatures in, but not really useful for us. Tap and it doesn't untap. Okay. That's kind of useful. Okay. Flying and Prowess. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. So nothing super useful out of those packs, but again, works towards us getting our wild cards. Let's go for the Brothers' War. We had more packs than I thought we did, so we might be doing this here for a while. Reach, Trample. 10. Battery Bearer. Okay. That'd be useful if we were playing a lot of artifacts, I guess. But we're not. Clearly the set's mostly about artifacts, I get that. So it's just not super useful for us. For each forest you control. Interesting. Okay. Who controls an artifact, then destroy all artifacts and enchantments. It's interesting. Just not useful for us, I don't think. It's just too complicated. I think our deck does best when it does its one thing. Okay. Nothing super useful there, it doesn't look like. Wild cards are awesome. Nope, that's got an extra color in it, that's no good for us. And we've got all that. Toxic 2. Those are both alchemy ones, well that one's irrelevant to us anyways. It's a poison counter that's not useful. We have another inbox here too. Announcements are here. Oh, okay. That doesn't matter. Go back here to packs. Now, Phyrexia, all will be one. We get another rare wild card. Awesome. Bran. A sphere. Another kind of land. Okay. Not super important. Nothing too crazy. No, not useful for us. Not with this deck. Neat, but proliferation's not that important to us. It's big, kind of like that, but again, not super useful for us. Shadows over Innistrad Remastered. Okay. Assembled Alphas. Neat. Investigate an additional time. We have some... We don't have any cards that investigate, but they are definitely... I think in that Murder in Karlov's Super Cool House or whatever set that one is. There are definitely some that are doing that. Sorry, I'm not... Oh, Woodland Stream. Just straight color difference. Okay. Sure. Okay. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. March of the Machine. Okay. More cards. Kogla and Yadaro. Very cool. Okay. Cool. Cool. Yeah, lots of firsts there. And a mythic wild card. That was a great one to open. Don't remember how many mythics we have in our deck, but we will be able to look at adding some for sure. Renata's power is equal to your devotion to green. It could be okay. Enters with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. That's not terrible. Well, that's no useful for us, but cool. 5-color card. Okay. Sure. Not useful for us, but that's fine. Okay. And a mythic. Very nice. Again, not useful for us. Okay. Can we play these ones in normal sets? My guess is no. Rare wild card we can, though. Glad we opened it. Oh. Whenever you scry, we don't have a lot of scrying. Up to X turn. Oh. I mean, it's good. It's not as good. We want exploring, which is probably only in the Ixalan sets. Okay, very cool. Got some cards that are good. Eldraine. Probably nothing good in here for us, realistically, but... okay. And Nature's Will. Untap all lands you control. Wow. That'd be good if we could play it. I assume that's not the case, but ooh, we get a mythic in this one. Very neat, just not good for us. Okay, there's a rare there. Sure. Swine Rebellion. It's an alchemy card though, so disregarded for now. Wilds of Eldraine has some cards we could play, potentially. Not that one though. And not that one though. Not a single one. Useful cards, but now we're earning another mythic here, so we can definitely use many of these to make our deck stronger though, that is true. Artifact or enchantment you can destroy. Can't be blocked by small creatures. That might be interesting. Create a food token. Okay. Some of those could be very interesting, though. Some of them could be very interesting. Okay. Defender. That's interesting, too. Okay. And a mythic one in the... 2 mythics in this pack. That seems pretty good. Nice. And a mythic wildcard. You can't beat that. That's just any mythic you want. Those ones were well worth opening. We've got a lot of wildcards now. Ixalan might have some exploring things. Target land must be blocked. Interesting. Okay. Sure. Got another one of those. That seems good. Another one of those. I think we took those ones out, but... or we're on our way to doing that. Okay, we got our mythic wild card. That's good. One extra color in that. That's no good. Khans of Tarkir. It's a really old set, isn't it? We already had it. So you have to earn the other ones that are new from the set. Interesting. Okay. We already have that card, but we have it from a different set. So I guess I still have to earn them from this set too. That's interesting. Trample and Hexproof. If we can play with it, that'd be really cool. I don't know that that's true. We'll see what we can do once we find that out. We'll see if we can play those decks, basically. Okay. Alchemy, Murders at Karlov Manor, but might be useful. Okay. I don't know what suspect a creature means. Suspected creature has menace and can't block. Oh. So we can't block it much either, but that might be useful to get rid of things with death touch or something like that, that we wouldn't be blocking anyways. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Got our rare wild card. Nothing that looks too crazy. Now some more Murders at Karlov Manor. That's the one. When it's turned face up, search your library for a land card, reveal it, put it into your hand. Okay, that's not terrible for early filtering, but not too necessary. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay. Okay. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Very cool. And one more here. Yep, evidence examiner. Collect evidence. Exile cards with total mana value 4 or greater from your graveyard. Interesting, okay. Crocodile? Okay, it's a crocodile and an elf, I get it. Disguise for that amount. It's a powerful creature. Archdruid's Charm. Choose one. Oh. Those just seem better than a lot of the stuff we've been doing. Otherwise put it into your hand, then shuffle. Very cool. That's better than a lot of the spells we've been using. Yeah, like we can get rid of things with that too. That's, having those different kinds of options is just powerful. Okay. Well, one extra color there, that's no good. We can definitely use a lot of these cards to make our deck a lot stronger, I can tell you that much. As a reach. Okay, that's interesting. Got another one of those ones, so we don't have to use one. Saint Elenda, okay. Cool. Silent Extraction. That's an alchemy one, so I don't think we can use it. Search your library for a basic land or desert card. Okay. Interesting. Okay, trash the town. That could be interesting. We got another one of those dudes. Cool. Siphon Insight. We can't use that one. Okay. Nothing in particular there. Rare wild card is great. Okay. Make your own luck. Exile a non-land card from among them. Becomes plotted. Plotted cards may be cast as a sorcery on a later turn without paying its mana cost. Okay. Cool. Okay. And we'll open some Modern Horizons here. These ones are usually super powerful. I don't know if we can use any of these ones. Yeah, I mean, that's just quite powerful, actually. Yeah. Whoa, fetch land. Cool. Okay. Blue creature, rather. Wow. Okay. It's useful too, possibly. Okay. Or it's a land. Access that creature's power. Draw X cards. Jeez. Jeez. Okay. Yeah, like those are just good. And then Bloomburrow. Okay. Attacking or tapped. Okay. +1/+1 counter on this creature. Okay, it's good for ramping, but Okay, yeah. Sure. Nothing that seems that useful. Okay, sure. Okay, sure. Another rare wild card. Sure. We have another 6, so we'll get another mythic wild card too. Okay. Another mythic wild card, not bad. Jeez. So we're up to 5 mythics. We'll end up with 6. That's not bad. Pond Prophet. Draw a card. That's not terrible. Gives you a small creature, but we're not really looking for small creatures. Uncommon. 1 extra color. That's no good for us. Okay, we've got that. Okay. Going through a lot quicker now. 4 more cards. Wow. Something that uses your graveyard, which is interesting. And mana, that's interesting. Okay. Sure. We've definitely played against that one, and it's been difficult to play against it for sure. So if we go back into decks here, and we go to Desert Oasis. Oh, no. I want to go back home. And I want to go into Spark Ranked. Sideboard 7. So I think it's just up to us to decide to do that. So let's go back to decks. We're going to go... You know what we're going to do? We are going to copy. We're going to clone that one, and we're going to rename it Better Desert Oasis. And that's the one we're going to play from now on, is Better Desert Oasis. So we're going to see what we can do here. I want... don't show me colorless. That's not useful. I want lands. Because better lands would just be better. Did we have any mythics? Oops. Okay, so let's get out of that then. If I search... If I actually typed it right. Because that seems like a pretty good creature. So we're going to put that guy back in. Okay. So we're going to get rid of that. How would I see... I want to see what's actually in the deck here. Why won't it show me that? And then sideboard? Deck. Okay. So I'm going to go done for a second here. I'm going to click back on this. Why can't I see? That seems annoying. Okay. Rebel Belt Maverick. I do have more of them. So, let's take a look at 1-cost green creatures. Let's try and keep the... Ah, that's a mythic there, isn't it? Bristly Bill. That's a useful one, so having more Bristly Bills might be useful. But anyways, let's look at 1-cost green creatures. So you can use them as a spell afterwards too. So I want in my collection, show me not collected as well. Format. I just want one. Format legal. Is that everything that's legal in the format? Okay, let's do that. So these are not green. Yeah. Ankle biter has death touch. Is that better? Okay. Less than elusive otter's power can't block it. Okay. So we're looking for any other bushwhack. Get a leg up. Leaping ambush. That might be better. I know it's an artifact, so it's kind of weird. Exile target non-creature artifact or non-creature enchantment. When it dies, you gain 2 life, so it's got upside there. Is there anything with explore? When it enters, it explores, so a Merfolk Scout. That might be better. Yeah, it's not really the same thing, though. Yes, it is. You just explore with it less. That one's a mana sink one. Yeah, that's better than that. Okay, so that one is small and big. Like you can just have it not explore. That one lets you surveil, so it is deck filtering, which is pretty good. I would say we want to get rid of those two. Two. Let's say 2 of those. And 2 of these, probably. Yeah. Okay. So I know we're at 61 now, but we'll get rid of some other ones. I don't really need that one, do I? I just don't find that I use those ones very much. River Herald Scout. Explorers. So let's get rid of the 1 here. Let's go okay. Sure. That's better than that. That's got flying. Flying is pretty good. Yeah, and that's got a land sink on it too. So we are going to say like it's any creature that I want. Okay. It's got vigilance, which is pretty dang good too. I just do not use those very often. I don't use those very often. And I think we can do better than that one. We do use that one pretty often. Vigilance. Enters or attacks, create a map. That just explores. Okay, so let's see here. We've got those ones, that's pretty good. Whenever a creature you control explores a land card, you can put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. Explores a non-land card. Oh, that's just better than most of our... Yeah, that's just better than those. Spend this mana only to cast spells with mana value. Oh, it's just called Explorer. Okay. That guy is just pretty cool as well. As long as you control a desert. I mean, that's just pretty good too. Yeah, like, that gets my stuff out quickly. 6 or 6. Let's get rid of those two. Let's play with more of those. Let's say 3 of those. 3 of those. I want 2 more of those. Create a map token. When it enters... I find those are useful. Flying is useful. Okay. Helps me get more lands. But those also help me get more lands. So if I got rid of those ones... I'll say those are just better, even though that's got, because they both have vigilance. Yeah, I'm gonna say we do that. 1, 2, okay. Flying gets me around a lot of stuff. Puts down more lands. Okay, so let's craft all of that first. Sure, finish deck. Okay, nice. You control explores a land card. So that just keeps getting stronger and stronger. Gives me mana, but it does nothing other than that, so let's get rid of that guy. And let's put in... What do I have here? Just those ones in format legal. Okay. There we go. Seeker of Sunlight. You know what? Another... Let's try another 3 of those ones, maybe? Ooh, I kind of like those ones, though. So let's say... Let's say another one of those. And another... Yeah, so another one of those. Still have 7 rares to use, okay. Another one of those, and another 2 of those ones. Craft those, finish deck, we're at 60. It seems like a pretty decent deck. So let's go into this again, okay. Oh, there we go. I was doing that, and I just didn't pay attention to myself. Okay, so let's get rid of the Explorer for a second. Oh, I see. Okay. So that's kind of a removal. I essentially don't have anything to counter. Okay. We'll do this. That's pretty much everything that we have for this video, I think, just based on the length of it, but we now have a better Desert Oasis, and that's what we'll end up playing next time, and see how that kind of goes. So stay tuned for that, everyone. Have a good one.